Hey folks, JodoCast again. This time I'm going to be having a look at the Retaliator. Now, I believe this one's got some potential, so we will just find out just how much. We'll whip it out, pop it across the chronometer, see what it does in stock standard form, then we'll go about having a look at the internals, see what sort of modifications we can make and improvements. Maybe improve the seals, spring, etc. You can get Orange Modworks kits for this one. I'm not sure whether I'm really prepared to go that far just yet. But let's just have a look and see what we can do with it before we look at the Orange Modworks options. So without any further ado, the Nerf Retaliator. Okay, now let's get this chronometer set up. We'll put 12 rounds over the chronometer in stock standard form, see what it's shooting at, and then we'll come back and have a look inside the blaster and see what we can do. Alright, I'll be back in one sec. Alright, so here we are, we've got the Nerf Retaliator. We're going to put 12 shots over the chronometer. Now, I'm going to be doing this with the barrel extension on. I have sort of future plans of keeping the barrel extension on and maybe turning it into a pump action so that it's a bit more war friendly, etc. So let's put these 12 rounds across the chronometer and see what we come up with. Alright, here we have our 12 rounds. Alright, so we have unscrewed the gun. Now we will go about taking it apart and pull the back section off here. One little screws fell out. And, oh, dart tooth. Oh, well, not dart tooth, accessory tooth. The main spring's popped out the arse end there a little bit as well. So now here we have the internals. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is replace this spring. This thing is so flimsy. Yeah. Very weak spring. So we'll get rid of that. I have a Orange Modworks spring. You can see already, that's a much thicker spring, same diameter, same length, maybe fractionally longer. Same diameter, same length, maybe fractionally longer. But main important, you can see is the gauge of the actual steel. You can see it's much heavier. So that's the start. Okay, so you've got your trigger catch, trigger mechanism. This is your sled lock here. Now that is just the lock that prevents you from being able to eject the mag whenever you want. So that thing is going. I'll put that with that spring they can get. We don't want them. Okay. I don't know whether I'm going to remove this sled lock one. In fact, you know what? I think I will. I'll lift the trigger out, and that can come out. I might leave that one out as well. So get rid of all the locks. Now, I want to have a bit of a look at this breech system up here. Let's see if I can't do something with trying to seal that a bit better. But first things first. Alright, there is a little bit of dead space in the depth of this cross section. I might fill that with a bit of hot glue, but not too far, because yes, the rear of this plunger actually fits into this, the front of this, which is what pushes it back into its cocking place. So I don't want to fill it any further than the height of that cross itself. So I might do that. Might just chamfer a little bit off that front edge of that seal where the O-ring is, so that it can move that little bit further forward easier. We'll improve the O-ring seal here a little bit, see what we can do with the breech, do the spring replacement, and I will come back to you once they are done, and we'll see how we go. Okay, so we've got the Retaliator back together now. So now it's got an orange ModWorks spring in it. We've removed the air restrictor, removed the dead space at the front of that plunger tube, just up to the top of the crosshatch mouldings. Put a little bit of a hot glue buffer at the back of the head just to space the spring back just a little bit more. Now, when I say a little bit, I mean like 5mm. Just to give it a little bit more compression, the spring. And increase the O-ring seal on the back of the breech tube. So just put a little bit of tape underneath of that O-ring seal, just to improve it. So it's all back together now. It appears to be operational. So what we might do is just set up the camera again, and we'll put another 12 darts over the chronograph and see if we've been able to make a bit of a difference. So there we go, there's 12 shots over the chronometer after we've done the mods, so you can see the improvements it's made. Alright, so there you go, there's the Nerf Retaliator, and there seems to have been a significant improvement. Alright, cheers, thanks for watching. Okay, so I just finished the Retaliator there, doing a few additional mods to it. Removed the air restrictor, orange ModWorks spring, removed the dead space from the plunger head, improved the O-ring seals, removed the locks and what have you. And when I put it over the chronograph, it wasn't quite as high as what I sort of thought or remembered. Now this is my old Retaliator. As you can see, for some reason, I don't know why, this one didn't come out with the white on the gun, where the Elite one has the white Retaliator, the white around the Nerf, the white and grey in the handle. This one, plain handle, no white. Yeah, so a bit of a throwback on this one. But anyway, I seem to remember this one getting higher FPS. Now, the only thing that's been done to this one is I've put an orange ModWorks spring in it and taken the air restrictor out, and that is it. And just comparing the two, I mean, this is, I'll put 12 shots from my old one across the chronograph, and let's see what that gets in comparison to the new one. we go. So that's my old Retaliator. And I think if we go back and check the specs, I think we'll find that that one actually has slightly higher numbers, which is unusual because I've actually, well, I did less to it. So there you go, people. Sometimes less is more. So you don't necessarily have to do all these crazy mods and whatever. Just improve your spring, remove your air restrictor, and improve your O-ring seals. That's all you have to do, and yeah, you'll get just as much improvement as doing all the other wacky crap. All right, that's about it on this particular mod setup. So thanks for watching. Cheers.